Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from ICM. These are the figurines in 1/48 scale, which might be handy with a Japanese aircraft, because here we get a World War II Japanese pilots and ground personnel, so you can combine it into some interesting scene. And well, box art suggests to combine it together with the bomber, but obviously you're not limited with only this type of aircraft. But remember that this one is produced by ICM, so you can also combine it together. And the set number is 48053. We have the commercial sample here, so you get exactly the same stuff if you order it from WWII. And the box size is standard for this type of release from ICM, so here is comparison with my hand. We have quite nice box art, and well, this picture suggests that we get 5 figurines inside. Here on the side of the box you will find also some of the information about the kit. So it's written here that there are 38 parts for assembly of 5 figures, and also address of the manufacturer is here. On the opposite side you can see the small profiles for these figurines, but of course we will check it closer because there should be the assembly manual or marking guide, and everything is sealed with this tape, as you can see. So I'm going to cut through it and we will take a closer look together. Meanwhile, I can remind you that I was reviewing the big scale bomber, 148 Key 21 from the same brand, and you can find it on the same YouTube channel. So it's quite a worthy kit because it's a new tooled plastic and it looks really beautiful out of the box, so worth considering in case you are a fan of the World War II Japanese aviation. So that's a typical box styling for this brand. As you can see, it was covered by the thin cardboard cover, and then we have inside this plastic bag with a sprue, and it's only one frame, so all 5 figurines actually fit onto this sprue. But let's not forget that this is 1/48 scale, it's not 1/35 or 1/32, so maybe that's why ICM managed to get all of these pilots onto the same sprue. So here you can see this frame. I would say the parts design is still typical for bigger scales as well. We have one-piece torso, we have separate legs here, we have separate hands here, one-piece head, also the separate hats and caps, which is also quite good because it will make it easier to paint all of these parts. And note that the sculpting quality is really nice for this size of the figurine. Just to remind you, here is comparison of my fingertip with the torso. It's really tiny figurines, and still you get a lot of features pre-molded. And of course it will be a bit tricky to paint them properly, but I think it's worth investing your time to get a really nice result, because just look at these figurines, they look really nice. And here on the opposite side you can see that there are no guiding elements whatsoever, even for the separate legs and hands. So for I would say convincing connection between these parts, you have to be careful. You have to get the smooth joint, because otherwise it will look like just an action figurine, and of course nobody wants it. And another thing to remember is that we do not get any alternative poses or some different parts for variety in this kit, so you just get only one version of the figurine for each pilot, exactly as you saw on the box art. Next we continue with assembly manual, which is also a marking guide. So here you can see the parts map, we have the paints chart, and we have the special paint set from ICM, so in case you would like to use it, that's the set number. And on the opposite side you'll find the marking guide for these pilots, which is basically the assembly manual combined together with the marking guide. I think it's easy to understand what you have to do. The only thing is that not that many brands or not that many modelers are actually using the ICM paints yet, so you will have to convert it a bit, because here we have the paints chart in ICM numbers. But I also recommend to try their paints because they're quite nice in using with a brush or airbrush. I did several builds with them, and you can find it on the same YouTube channel, so it's something worth trying. And as for the figurines, I think this is a really cool set for those modelers who are striving to build a Japanese diorama in World War II setting. In 1/48 scale they should look great, and of course I will be happy to hear your opinion, so write it here in the comment section below. Get this kit in WWII webshop, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.